Hello dear students, today we will have an overview of cloud computing, and I'm handling this class for our value added course, and here we will be discussing the basics of cloud computing. So if someone asks you what is a cloud computing, the basic idea, a basic thing is the simple way we can say that it refers to the servers that are accessed over the internet present at a remote location. You know that the word cloud is not actually the cloud we see in around surrounding in nature. The word cloud basically means a network. Now each of us use Gmail, right? Fine. Now when we do use a Gmail, what we need, first of all, we need an internet, right? In our mobile or laptop, wherever it is. If it is a mobile or a laptop, we need internet. Then what do? We will have to create our account. So when we create our accounts, we have some login ID and then we have some password, and after logging into then we see our account, and you can write emails to other people, and you can also receive emails. Now suppose that when you are logged in your account, you can see your emails, your all the documents that you have attached in your email. You may have sent some photos, you may have sent your CV to somebody. So now suppose that you have logged out. When you do and log out, okay, then you can't see your emails, and you can't see the documents you have attached or nothing. Now suppose that after some time you have logged in again. After you, even if you log in after 1 month or 1 year, your emails will be there, right? The emails will be there. You can see your emails, you can access the documents, you can access the photos, you can see what messages you have received, if you have received any messages, or what message you have sent maybe 1 month or 1 year back. So all these things are stored, right? It didn't go anywhere. Only condition is that you need to have an internet. So that means whenever, suppose 1 month back or 1 year back, when you have sent that email or when you have received an email through your Gmail account, all this data were stored somewhere. Okay, the Gmail actually stored the data somewhere. It was not stored in your mobile or not in your laptop or computer. It was stored somewhere. That somewhere is actually the cloud. Okay, now so when we say a cloud, so there are basically there will be basically your servers. Okay, so they are present in a remote location, and you are storing your data there. So whenever you are accessing a Gmail, you are storing your data. That may be a message, that may be a photo, that may be a document attached with the email, and you are storing all the data in that particular cloud. That cloud is nothing but a network. That network is nothing but a number of servers. Now whenever I say cloud, cloud is nothing but a network, and this network is nothing but, so these are basically some servers, okay, present in a remote location. So what you are doing there, so you are storing your data over there, okay. And again, suppose in some other tasks you may want to edit the data, you may want to process the data, you may want to manage the data in any in some way. So that can also be done over a server. So that means their processing of data happens at the server itself. So you can say that in short you can say that data can be managed at the server. And next thing is that you can access the data at any time from any place in the world. So that means, suppose for example, so Gmail is not the only example of uh, computing or something. So that means, suppose for example, as beginners we are considering Gmails only. So Gmail, if you want to access some data, you can access the data, you can process the data, you can do anything with the data from anywhere in the world at any time. So you may also have heard about Dropbox. You may also have Dropbox is somewhere we can store our data, and we can access the data from anywhere. So this is also another uh, example of cloud computing. So another example is like Google Drive. We save our data in our Google Drive, so we can access the data from anywhere in the world at any time. So this whole thing is about the basics of cloud computing. So next thing is that why do we need cloud computing? So when we were discussing about the cloud, we have already understood some basic idea of why we need a cloud really in a daily life, or what is the basic necessity of, because there is no chance of losing our data. Even your computer is damaged, even if your mobile is damaged, you can definitely access that document from the cloud if you have really logged in and saved it there. So but in a larger scale, what is the use of cloud computing? For that, we will have to go to a very we will take an example. So suppose that, for example, suppose you own a company. Suppose you have a company, you are the owner of the company, okay, and you have just started the business, and for that you need 10 computers, okay, and you have also employed 10 people to work for the company, okay. So you have employed 10 employees, okay, so they are working. And then suppose that, as you know, that whenever you buy a computer, that is not the end of the story. You need to maintain the hardware, you need to maintain the software. So behind that there will be a huge cost, okay. Greater the number of computers, greater will be the cost that you need to take care of. Now suppose that, so so you need to maintain those computers. As the owner of the company, you need to maintain those computers on your own. You need to take care of the hardware, you need to take care of the software. There may be some antivirus cost, you need to purchase antivirus, and then so it will be a waste of resources, in the sense that now you are talking about 10 people, so it doesn't seem to be a waste of resources, okay. But suppose that then your company is doing well. So your company is doing well, okay. So your business have gone up. So now you can't work with 10 people and 10 computers, okay. So you need more employees and more computer, because you have more assignments, you have more work, okay. So you have more work, so which adds to more, which needs more employees, and then you need more computers. And because of that, suppose that you already had 10 computers and you plan to buy 90 more computers. Okay, so it will again increase the maintenance cost. Maintenance cost means maintaining the hardware, maintaining the software, antivirus cost, everything. Okay, so now suppose that suddenly say 15 to 20 people resigned. Because you have a company, so you can't say that everyone will stay there forever. So employees resigned. Then what will happen? So you had say 20 people resign, say I will call it 20. Okay, so you had 100, now 20 people are gone, so 80 employees are there. 80 employees are there, but you have 100 computers. Okay, so this 20 computers will be lying there without being used. Okay, so it's another wastage of resources. So there, this concept of computing comes into play. So here what will happen? So I don't want to have a wastage of 20 computers because 20 people resigned. Okay, so there, how can I avoid such wastage, resource wastage? So there we will take the help of cloud computing. Okay, so for example, for that, we need to discuss some scenario. Say suppose I already have 10 computers. Go back to the situation where we were just beginning of the company, and now the company is doing well, so I need more computers. Okay, and what is the specification of my machine? Is say 8 GB RAM, and I need 100 GB of storage. So this is the specification of my computer. So since my company is doing well, I can't handle with 10 computers, I need more. Okay, so in that case, I can get this machine with such specification virtually. Okay, instead of buying this computer in real, what I can do, I can get these machines virtually, and it will be comparatively cheaper than buying 90 or 80 computers extra to run my company. Okay, so I can, so in that case what happens, I need to take service from some service providers. So there are some companies which can give me access to some virtual computers with those specified configuration. Okay, so they are called service providers. Who are those service providers? You might have heard about them. The first one is Google Cloud. Second one is AWS, you might have heard about. Amazon Web Services. The next is called Microsoft Azure. Then we have IBM Cloud, and we have Alibaba Cloud. And this is not the only list, there are so many and so on. Okay, so what these companies will do, so instead of buying those computers in real, you can just ask this companies, service providers, to provide you some virtual machines, access to some virtual machines with the specified configuration. So you can use them, and on the basis of the uses you can pay them, and it will be much cheaper than having a real computer or buying a real computer. And your you can use them on daily basis or weekly basis, or you can pay them as per the uses. So that means, suppose you have 10 employees and your company is doing well, you need more computers, you really don't need to buy them. As per the need of the company, you can change your uses, and then the cost will also be managed according to that. So there will not be any real wastage of resources, wastage of money. So this is an example of cloud computing. And here we can avoid managing those hardwares and software, and again hence we can reduce the cost of management to a very great scale. So, what is the advantage of using a cloud computing is that you can really avoid buying those computers. You can really avoid the maintenance cost for hardware and software management, and and you can manage the cost as per your uses. Now, this is a very basic scenario, okay, about cloud computing. Now, next thing is. Now let us check another scenario. So this is a very basic scenario. So now we will check some other scenario where cloud computing comes into play. So suppose that you have a very important data in your laptop, okay, and but due to some software issue or some physical damage, all the data is lost. So there is no way to retrieve it. So in that case, what the safer scenario is that you should upload all the data on a cloud platform like Google Drive, okay, or you might have heard about Dropbox, okay. So these are the cloud platforms. So you need to just log in into the account and you can save the data. And so they are so here actually they are safe. Google Drive is allowing around 15 GB of storage, okay. So if you want to store more data, you need to pay some monthly fee, say 100 rupees per month or 130 rupees per month, and they will give you some excess spaces, 150 GB. So you can store your all the data. Again, the advantage is that you can access this data just by logging into the account from anywhere in the world at any time, as much as you as per your convenience. So in simple terms, cloud computing means managing and accessing the data and programs on the remote servers that are hosted on internet instead of our computer's hard drive. Or in other way, we can say that cloud computing is an on demand. So here you can see that this is a term, on demand availability of computer system resources, especially data storage, cloud storage, uh, and computing power without any direct active management by the user. So this is an example where a company was using a virtual computer instead of buying the real computers for whenever they needed to do extra work, and extra manpower was needed. So in case of cloud computing, there is another term that is called scale up. Another use of cloud computing is a scale up. So what is the meaning of a scale up? Say you are shopping on a particular website. We know that Amazon, Flipkart are the basic websites where we do shopping. So, and the website usually has a normal traffic on normal days. And in those conditions, suppose you are the owner of such company who is running a shopping website. So so in such case, what happens, say there will be 10 login modules, okay, and they will be managing, sorry, and those login modules will be managing all the logins in a normal day. Okay, in a normal day. So but what happens during offers and festival season, there will be a huge traffic. So this, when there is a huge traffic in a shopping website, okay, so you have offered some on a shopping website, you have given some offers, then what will happen? In comparison to normal traffic, there will be a huge rise in your traffic. Then this 10 login modules cannot handle all the logins. Okay, so the company will have to scale up. Okay, the company will have to scale up their resources, and from say 10 to say 100, they will have to scale up their resources from say 10 to 100, so that they can manage. Now this 100 login modules will be required to manage all the traffic. Then suppose this festival season is gone, offer season is gone, then you can again return back to 10 login modules. Okay, so using a cloud, you can scale up or scale down the resources at any time as per your need. So this is a very major advantage of using a cloud computing. So now there are next topic is about types of cloud. Okay, so first type is called public. Okay, so public is like it is accessible to all. Okay, so accessible to all. So for example, we have Gmail. So anyone can have a Gmail account and anyone can access it, okay, without paying any fee. We are not paying any fee for having a Gmail account, but yes, if you need to have more space, you need to pay for it. Okay, so Gmail allows around 15 GB free of cost. After that, if you want to use, then you will have to pay for that. But accessible to all doesn't mean that your Gmail will be accessible to all the people. No, your Gmail will be personal. Gmail will be protected by your password. Okay, so but public cloud means it is accessible, it is available for all the public. Next is private. Okay, so it is accessible to an organization only. Suppose a company or any organization want to have their own cloud, so they can have it, and that will be accessible to them only. It will not be available to for public. Next is hybrid. So hybrid means public plus private features. And the fourth is community cloud. So it is it services, it basically refers to some services accessible to a group of companies. Say a group of companies working for the same area, or say are working for the same cause, then they can come to an agreement to use a particular server or particular cloud together. Okay, so these are the four types of cloud. So that means so in this lecture we have understood that what is a cloud, basic meaning of a cloud. Then we have understood why do we need a cloud, what are the advantages of a cloud on a larger scale like company basis, or on a personal scale like Dropbox, Google Drive, Gmails, and the basic advantages. And apart from that, we have also learned about the scaling up process used by many companies, basically the shopping websites. And then we have learned about types of cloud. Another end, I would like to bring to you notice that to access any kind of cloud computing facility, you must have an access to the internet. Without internet, we cannot access a cloud. We cannot access cloud computing system. That's all for an overview of cloud computing. I hope you have understood well. If anything is there, any doubts or any question there, you can drop it in a comment box. I will try to answer each of you. Thank you so much.